Let me now go across to my colleagues Shivani and Pratibha, who both join us for more on this story. Shivani, let me come to you first. Really, the anger is spilling onto the streets of the country, people demanding answers from politicians. But there's a lot to be said about the apathy of the public as well. We heard stories where people just walked past when this couple was thrown out in an injured and bloody condition in the cold, and nobody really stopped to help them.
That's right, and if you listen to the stories that are being narrated here at Jantar Mandir as well, a lot of women have come forward talking about the fact that unless we all change the mindsets, including the people who are here today, and actually give women the respect they deserve, nothing is going to change. Several women have now narrated stories of how they have repeatedly gone to the doorstep of their police station, and after repeated complaints too, they have got no support. Men have come forward even expressing their helplessness, that sometimes when they have women in their families who've gone through an extreme case of molestation or eve teasing or someone harassing them, even when they support them and go out and complain against it, they get no support. So yes, truly, the fact that we are fighting a battle, and Arvind Kejriwal has now stepped in as well for stringent laws and for faster prosecution and conviction, the fact people understand on the streets today as well that the condition of the apathy that women face every day in broad daylight in all corners of the city, that has to change for any real change.
Right, Shivani. Let me also go across to Pratibha Raman, who is with us live from Bangalore. Pratibha, we were also talking earlier about the fact that there is a lot of anger against politicians and governance on this issue. There have been several cases that have been reported out of Karnataka and Bangalore. But also there is a lot of public apathy that people have to search their conscience about. There were people who walked past this injured couple when they were thrown out of a bus, completely stripped, in the cold, bloodied condition. Nobody stopped to help them.
Absolutely, you said it right, because here I'm standing at Town Hall right now just to give you a clear picture of what's actually happening. There is a massive outbreak. I'm asking my camera person, Mr. Shivmoti, to pan out to show you the kind of crowd, all of them, all of these women, activists as well as student bodies who have gathered here. And you can also see some of these activists who are actually giving speeches to sensitize these public. In fact, the point that you raised as to how public is being very apathetic towards such cases. In fact, this is the kind of sensitization programs organized by one of the organizers here, and we are going to talk to her about it. Ma'am, can you actually explain about the kind of apathy that the public shows, because many of these people also turn out to be just mere onlookers. So how do you wish to create awareness so that they also become proactive when such incidents happen?
See, the women's organization alone is not left with a job to fight against violence. I think all the men in our families and leaders in our society must arise and fight the cases. The empathy of the onlookers has to be condemned, because when there is something happening in their homes, they all arise. When there is something happening to others, they are only onlookers. We really appeal to all men and women in our society to rise above and then really condemn violence. Condemning violence, stopping violence is also duty of the men who are all here on the roads and in the families. So we are saying that today, to condemn violence, to reduce violence, men and women should cooperate.
Also, I want to bring to notice that there are also senior advocates who are here. In fact, we can even question them onto the kind of laws that can be implemented, whether there's enough stringent action. Let me just call upon Ms. Pramila Nisargi here. Ma'am, can you actually talk to us about the kind of laws, the existing laws? Are they enough to actually, make such heinous crimes, bring in some kind of stringent action so that there are no more perpetrators who can actually think of such a crime?
As it is, they are cognizable offence. But police don't take them. See, any offence which is a cognizable offence, anywhere it can be taken. They need not wait for a complaint, written complaint. But the police are not doing. That's there I say, they have to be sensitized. They are not sensitive. They are not. Somehow I feel, increasing the women force, increasing the police station, it will not help. It will not help. Unless you sensitize the people and tell them, give me 1 day time, I know how to tackle this problem and solve this problem. I tell you, The existing law is sufficient, they can be made. But if they feel law is not sufficient, they can always, states, criminal procedure could always be amended by the state. It's a state law. Any procedure could be amended. Any state for that matter, they can do that. Molestation, eve teasing, all these things, anything, any offense against a woman, they can tackle and they can be taken.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And also, when there is enough evidence that's available, and in this case, the perpetrators have themselves admitted to this crime, and that is reason enough to actually send them to the gallows, and that is what many of these women folk are demanding here right now.
All right, Pratibha, thank you very much indeed for joining us with that update. Let me also thank Shivani for joining us with all the latest there on that story from Jantar Mantar. Well, this young girl is turning out to be quite a fighter. The Delhi gang rape victim is held by still in a high-risk zone, but is showing an amazing will to live. Even the doctors have marveled at the victim's undying spirit and her will to live. They say that she has an immense fighting spirit despite sustaining such grievous injuries. She has withstood all exploratory interventions. She continues to communicate with her family through gestures since she is still on the ventilator. Well, let me go across to Padmaja, who joins us from India Gate. Padmaja, give us a sense of what the people really want out there. You're with the protesters. They have been demanding stringent punishment, but are they able to articulate what exactly they're looking at?
Well, it might seem a bit extreme, it might even seem brutal. A lot of human rights activists have disagreed with this sentiment, but the fact remains that the most resounding cry we've heard all day here has been that for capital punishment. It seems people's patience is running out, and it's this pent-up anger which has exploded Rukmini now on the streets of Delhi. Let's speak to a few of these people. In fact, what's really amazing is that the people who've turned out, they're men, they're women, young and old, they've all come out here because in some way or the other, they've experienced this in their own lives, either personally or with someone they know. Why are you over here? Why are you here? What do you want?
We want justice for Damini. We want to ask Ma'am Sheila Dikshit that how much time will you take to provide the safety to the girls over Delhi, which votes you, which supports you. How much time will you take this?
All right, and there are some silent protests. There are some students groups who are over here, even housewives, who are here on their own in small groups. Why have you come out here to India Gate? आप चाहते क्या हैं?
हम चाहते हैं कि न्याय हो. ये जो रोज सुनने में आता है, आज वहाँ हुआ, आज यहाँ हुआ, ये बहुत ही शर्मनाक बातें हैं. एक तरफ हम औरत को पूजते हैं कि माँ दुर्गा के रूप में कंजकें बिठाते हैं, और एक तरफ औरत की ही धज्जियां उड़ा देते हैं. क्यों? उसी औरत से तो ये आदमी पैदा होता है. तो आज उस औरत का इतनी बेइज्जती, उसकी कोई इज्जत नहीं है क्या? क्यों? औरत है इसलिए. औरत का सम्मान करो, पर उसका इतना दुर्व्यवहार जैसे उस लड़की के साथ हुआ है, उन अपराधियों के साथ भी वैसे ही होना चाहिए. उसको फांसी नहीं मिलनी चाहिए. फांसी बहुत छोटी सजा है उन लोगों के लिए. उन लोगों ने जो किया है, उन्होंने अपनी माँ बहन किसी के सबके साथ किया. उन्होंने उस लड़की के साथ नहीं किया, उन्होंने अपनी माँ बहन सबके साथ किया. ये सब जो नहीं होना चाहिए था वो हुआ है. पर आज हम अपनी गवर्नमेंट से, शीला दीक्षित से ये चाहते हैं कि एक कानून पास होना चाहिए और कानून बनना चाहिए, और सख्त से सख्त जल्दी से जल्दी सजा होनी चाहिए उन लोगों को. ये नहीं कि लोग इकट्ठे हुए हैं, शोर शराबा कर रहे हैं, 10 दिन बाद खत्म हो जाए, लड़की खत्म, बात खत्म. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. कुछ होना चाहिए कि हाँ, उस लड़की की जो जिंदगी है बाकियों के लिए एक वो बने कि हाँ, बाकियों के लिए उसने कानून बना दिया.
Right, so this time enough is enough. Some action needs to be taken. Can you articulate really what kind of action do you want taken? Because there is this pent up anger, but what action do you want?
See, I'll tell you, this kind of brutality which is happening, it's every time it happens. But what need to be done is that the victim is one of us. So why are the culprits being handed over to the police? Police will, it has not happened with the police. It has happened with any one of us. It can happen with any one of us. Why are not the culprits given to us? We'll decide what to do about them.
Well, because fortunately for us, we're still a democracy, and that kind of lawlessness cannot really take place. There's a young girl here in the crowd. You'd got some strong views. What exactly brings you over here? What do you want? What do you hope? Do you have something specific in mind that you want to put forward to the government? We're also speaking to the Chief Minister of Delhi tonight. What do you want her to do?
I want her to do something more than death penalty. Death penalty is not the ultimate solution. उसे 1 सेकंड के लिए तकलीफ होगी. उसे क्या तकलीफ होगी? वो लड़की जो 3 दिन से हॉस्पिटल में पड़ी हुई है, उसे उस रेपिस्ट को समझ आया वो दर्द? अगर उसे आता तो वो कभी नहीं करता ना. एक लड़के को पता है वो तकलीफ. हमेशा वो लड़कियां होती है जो सफर करती है, तो उसे भी तकलीफ होनी चाहिए. और डेथ पेनल्टी तो बिल्कुल भी एक सोल्यूशन नहीं है. उसे उसी तरीके से टॉर्चर किया जाए तब वो समझ आएगा, और एक लड़कों को समझ आएगा कि पेन क्या होता है.
All right. So, Rukmini, basically that is the bottom line. Exemplary punishment, that is the need of the hour. That's what people over here basically are trying to communicate. Back to you.
All right, Padmaja, thank you very much for joining us with those latest updates.